But we'll get started anyway, and welcome to Kicking It with Sensei. And today we're joined by owner and co-founder of Peaceful Warriors Martial Arts and Healing Centre. And if you'd like just to give our audience a little bit of background into yourself, Tiffany.
Sure, yeah. Now, do you want me to start just kind of like with martial arts background?
Yeah, if you could do, yeah.
Okay, all right. So I was always interested in martial arts. With the little town I grew up in, we didn't have any kind of karate or anything like that.
Yeah.
But I grew up watching like Bruce Lee movies and acting stuff, and then WWE wrestling. I don't know if you guys have that over there. And I would like take my mom's pillows on her couch and I'd do spins and throw them down like I was body slamming people. And it wasn't until I graduated high school and then ended up moving down to Phoenix, Arizona is where I'm in, the town I'm in, and started training karate right away. Like I found a job and a dojo.
It's the two most important things.
Yeah, I've been doing it ever since. I started in a little bit of Kempo, Shotokan, Taekwondo, and then very quickly transitioned over to the system that I train, which is called Kenshoto, and the blend of Kempo, Shorei-ryu, not to be confused with Shuri-ryu, and I did a whole YouTube video about that because Shorei and Shuri are the same.
Yeah.
And then Tai Lu Chuan Fa, so very Chinese and Okinawan based, and then when Sensei Pogue and I met, started training Shorin-ryu.
Excellent. And you're also involved in the healing arts. And what would your background be there?
Yeah, so I started in holistic health school and went to school for massage therapy and physiotherapy. And I started doing massage and holistic health and just various modalities of more alternative healing, and touring with Cirque du Soleil as their massage therapist and physiotherapist back in 2003. So that was fun. And then came back and started a national corporation that does all corporate health, and we do holistic services. So we do like healthy cooking demos, massage, fitness classes. So I've kind of been in this industry for more than 20 years.
Yeah.
Because it's just what I resonate with. Just health, martial arts, all of that kind of ties into one another.
Yeah. Do you think martial arts and the healing work very well together?
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I have books. I've got a whole collection back here, but one that I was just looking at was the kind of the acupuncture points that you know, like if you hit certain points in the neck or stuff like that, it kind of causes you to see stars. Well, those are also kind of the healing points as well. And just looking at that, actually.
Yeah, they're a lot of fun to hit, but excellent. And what do you think the mindset of a martial artist is?
What it is, or what it should be? Or...
What it should be. What do you think makes a good martial artist mentally?
I mean, I think balance is one for sure.
Yeah.
Balancing body, mind, and spirit. The other thing is also is something that I've struggled with is that confidence in being able to, like, I never liked getting close when I was training. I didn't like being on the inside. I didn't like being in someone's space. And I think mindset, especially like, because I teach women's self-defense too, that mindset of being able to be confident enough to protect yourself, to take someone's space, but then be able to kind of back, it's a yin yang, right? Like that's being able to also back away and know when the fight isn't necessary.
Yeah, excellent. And as you said, you teach women self-defense, but do you think women get the same opportunities within martial arts as their male counterparts over the years?
They have to take them.
Yeah.
I definitely don't feel that I have been treated differently, because I'm one of the only females in the system that I do, and I'm the first and only female black belt in the system that I do.
Excellent.
I was put through the ringer, and I feel like, you know, I've had kind of a rough road, and I've had to take it just like all the guys.
Yeah.
What I don't like doing is when I go to seminars, I don't like getting paired up with other women. I don't. Yeah. I want to be paired up with a guy because I want to be aggressive.
Yeah.
I think that some women, as far as not having an opportunity, we can shift that to thinking that maybe it's not so much that they don't have the opportunity, but it's that they're timid or they're not very confident, or it's very intimidating when you walk into a dojo and it's mostly men or all men. Yeah. That is intimidating. And we have had women who have come through our dojo and they might get a bruise and they don't like that. And so it takes a lot of more inner work to be a female in the martial arts to kind of step up and take that place.
Yeah, definitely. I know my experience now with my own dojos, I've noticed a lot of females coming in are, as you say, quite intimidated at times with a lot of guys about. But they soon learn over time that most of the guys are intimidated by the black belt females in there. It's
yeah.
They seem to be, maybe it's generalizing here now, but I think females seem to have more technical minds and be able to figure things out better and work on the technicalities of technique rather than relying on strength.
That's absolutely right. Like, we have to be so precise because with men, they can rely on that strength. They do have that muscle mass. And for women, we have to make everything work just so, or it doesn't work. And I think we are a little bit more technical when it comes to that. And then, like, even in my women's self-defense classes, women who they've never hit anything before, we hold a pad up and they're like, they don't know what to do because they've never hit anything. Yeah. But man, when they start hitting and striking and they start building up that confidence to see what they're really capable of doing, that's when they fall in love with it.
Yeah, definitely. And what do you think martial arts has given you in life outside of the dojo?
I've been training since I was 19 and I'm 42 right now. So it has been my whole life. My sensei and I talk about this quite a bit. Like it's in my blood. You're a martial artist and you do this full time. Don't you feel that way? Like it's in your, like you couldn't imagine your life without doing it. It's not a hobby. It's not something you just go up and train 2 days a week and then you have all these other things. Like I'm thinking about martial arts every second of every day. Yeah. And I think that really what it's given me is obviously like the mindset, the balance, just body, mind, spirit, that kind of thing, but also clearly confidence. I'm capable of so much. I go after things that I want, and typically will get them because I just put all of that effort into it. I'm very focused. That all came from martial arts.
Yeah, definitely.
So, I mean, it's every aspect of my life has some sort of martial arts.
Would you have a favorite sort of aspect of martial arts? Would you prefer sparring over katas or weapons? Would you?
Funny, I never liked kata because in my system, in Kinshodo, we only have 5.
Yeah. And
then I start doing Shorin-ryu and there's 21. And I'm like, this is horrible. Like I didn't want to do kata. Now I really enjoy it. And what I enjoy about it is the practical application. Yeah. So what I'll do is I'll be up at Peaceful Warrior and we'll be running Pasai show. And then I go down to my school and my sensei showing something. And I'm now going, oh, that's Pasai show. So now I'm starting to really be able to see the application. And that's my favorite part.
Excellent. And have you got any favorite weapons you like to train? I see the picture behind here. You've got.
Yeah, actually, that's Sensei Pogue. These co-founder, those are his nunchaku from Okinawa. I don't know if you can see, but that's Bruce Lee and Muhammad Ali fighting. And some boxing gloves we found at an antique store. But I actually don't do the Okinawan Kobudo system. What I like is the Filipino martial arts. So I do eskrima.
Excellent.
I love blades. I have a collection of blades. I love the karambit. I train a lot with that. And then, of course, I do, the rattan sticks as well.
The sticks. Excellent. Now. And see the healing. And would you give more information on that? Like, what exactly would you do within Peaceful Warriors Center regarding the healing arts?
Well, we have massage therapy and sports massage, because that's another thing. When we started the dojo, it wasn't just like, okay, we're going to teach people how to kick and punch and do karate. Like, we wanted the full gamut. We wanted the yin yang. We wanted everything. So we have the martial aspect, and then we have the healing aspect, which is kind of what you and I talked about in the beginning.
Yeah.
And martially, obviously, we do all of the kobudo, sparring, the jujitsu, the 5 components of karate. And then we also take that to massage therapy, fitness, nutrition, meditation.
Yeah.
So there's all these other components that kind of intermingle together to create one whole system. Because if you piecemeal everything, you don't have anything that's complete. Yeah. And so we really thought that adding some of the healing components would make us more complete. And again, I keep going back to this, but body, mind, spirit, that's really what we're looking at.
I think that's what martial arts is all about.
Yeah, exactly. There's mental fortitude. You have the physical components of it, and you have to have that spiritual self-awareness as well.
Excellent. And do you think technology is playing a big role in martial arts at the moment? And do you think it's something that's going to play a big part in the future?
Of course, because now everyone's Zooming, where, I mean, a year ago you would have never heard of Zoom. What's Zoom? So I know that there's a lot of training going on online, but being that we've been doing it now for, it'll be, a year in March, so 9 months, there's definitely things that are amiss in technology. You can't learn from a computer, this is my opinion, you can't learn online and have all of the skills that you would if you were in person. Martial arts is tactical. You have to do drills, you have to touch, you have to spar. There's so many things that you have to do. Having a partner, it's great that you can go out and do solo drills, and people have been very, very innovative in doing that, but don't necessarily feel that it takes the place. It's a supplement, it's not a substitute.
Yeah. And
I don't necessarily agree with promotions that are being given online either. I think that takes that integrity down of what it is that you're training. I'm very serious about my training, and so I don't want to just hand out belts, or I see people getting certificates and they haven't had to actually do any application of anything, and that's where that technology comes in. But I think it's here to stay, but I hope that we can figure out ways to make it work with also tactical person-to-person application as well.
Necessity, really, now. But what advice would you give a young student starting out in martial arts now?
A young student, well, gosh, so here's a couple of my things. Young people are awesome. I love teaching the kids because they have fear. Yeah. They just go in and they're like balls to the wall, and they're going to try anything. And I love that. The one thing is, with kids, I see kids quit because now we have so many things that grasp their attention for a second, right? And they're on to the next. It's just like how fast screens move. Their cartoons are flying and stuff like that. And they're so scattered. And so what ends up happening is a student might start soccer, and then 2 weeks later he's like, I don't want to do soccer, I want to do karate. Then he starts karate, and I don't want to do karate, I want to do bowling or whatever. One of the things is trying to help kids stay consistent and have a goal, and then keep going. Like, don't just quit, don't give up when it gets hard. Like, these are the efforts of your labor, and the rewards of your labor when all is done.
That's it. Do you think a belt ranking system kind of helps with that? The
belt ranking system?
You wouldn't get it in other sports where you do get it in martial arts. Do you think that helps kids set goals and actually achieve goals?
Yeah, I do, because I've seen it. I've been training, like I said, since I was 19, and I know that in certain systems they don't have it. Yeah. I know you're behind the ranking system, but it is exhilarating to tell students, okay, we've got a belt test coming up, so I really want you guys to focus on this. Yeah. Or testing every day. We're watching you every single day, and you're doing your test. It's not until the test date that you actually get to show us everything, but you're testing, and that just keeps them on point. And you show them a calendar, and 2 weeks away, your belt test. It gives them something to work towards.
Excellent. And finally, how can people find you online, Tiffany, and find out more about Peaceful Warriors?
So they can go to our website, which is peacefulwarriorphx.com. And then we also have Facebook, Peaceful Warrior Martial Arts and Healing Center Facebook. We've got Twitter, we've got Instagram, Peaceful Warrior Martial Arts, and then we have our YouTube channel as well.
Excellent. That's a great YouTube
A little
channel.
over, huh?
It's a great YouTube channel now. I've been checking out a lot of videos this week on it. But
thank you. Cool. Yeah, I think we have a little over 6,000 subscribers to that, and we just actually filmed like 4 or 5 more videos this morning, and so we're trying to post content. Since Pope passed away in 2017, and he was really the driving force of the dojo, and luckily we have such an amazing community, and we've all stepped up and continued. The dojo is doing fantastic, especially with the COVID thing happening too. You know, I'm surprised and grateful. And so we're keeping our viewership up by continuing to create content for the YouTube channel as well.
excellent. And I'll put links to everything in the description. And
Thank you.
it was a pleasure to have you on, Tiffany, and an honor to meet you.
Thank you. Thank you for the interview. I appreciate it.
Thank you now, and I'll keep in touch.
All right. Sounds good. Thanks a lot.
Good luck. Thanks now.
All right.